Oh yeah, that's fresh. Ginger Runner. Hey, what's up everybody? Ethan Newberry here for another gingerrunner.com review, and today, that is entirely too fast. And today we're going back to New Balance. Yep, the New Balance 980 Fresh Foam Trail. Okay. Gotta thank my friends over at runningshoes.com again for sending me a pair of shoes to review. Thanks, guys. Some of you may have seen my New Balance Fresh Foam review of the road version. Well, guess what? They came out with the trail version. This is it. Obviously. Now, since the trail version was released, I've had a number of people say this is a completely different shoe. It's much more cushioned. It's wider in the toe box. It's gonna give you a better run than the road version did. Has that been the case? I'm gonna start this review by saying this shoe is a big old meh from me. There are New Balance shoes that I love. The 1010 V2 is one of my favorite trail shoes, and for some reason it's just not what my feet like. And I'll get into much more specifics as to why in this review. As with all of my gear review, I like to divide the reviews into two sections. Things that I like and things that I dislike. Here are the things I like about the Fresh Foam 980 Trail. Responsive. It's the same sort of EVA foam that the road version had. Some say it's a bit softer because of the concave, convex, hexagonal shapes here along that midsole, but I wouldn't call it softer. I'd call it the same sort of responsive foam that they used in the road version. You're gonna get a much tighter bounce back in your foot strike, which has its place, and some people really, really like that. For me, that was one of the qualities I did like about it. Rugged. The upper of this shoe is a beast. It's got a ton of overlays, whether they're welded on or stitched on. I love that it has a gusseted tongue, though the gusset starts halfway down the shoe, which I don't really understand. But the upper adds a ton of protection there for you. The heel counter is super stiff. The outsole is one piece, very rugged, can definitely keep your foot protected on all sorts of terrain. Looks. I think the shoe is damn good looking. I'm gonna be totally honest. This and the other color version in men's and the women's versions, I think are really good looking shoes. The color combinations, the shapes, the design, the artists had their way with it, and it is a good result. And that's pretty much all that I liked about the shoe. Here are the things that I disliked. First and foremost, right out of the box, blisters. This upper, despite the fact it's rugged, is thick, it's non-flexible, it's narrow, and I had a ton of problems with it. The very first run, huge blisters on two of my toes. The second run, huge blisters on another one of my toes. I just could not get this shoe to fit my foot comfortably, and that to me is pretty much a breaking point in a relationship between a shoe and myself. It made it sound more romantic than it was. It's not, it's in fact quite the opposite. Heavy, the shoe is almost 11 ounces. And you know what? A lot of that weight comes from the EVA midsole and the outsole. It's a damn heavy shoe compared to its brethren. Outsole. I'm actually not a huge fan of the one-piece rubber. It doesn't allow for a ton of flexibility, and the lug system here didn't lend itself to conditions other than dry, buffed out single track or fire roads. That's it. The lugs are super close together. They're pointed at the thick end, which means they're not gonna get tons of grip in mud or wet conditions. They're super close together. So yeah, just not really happy with the outsole. And finally, marketing. This is the same issue that I had with the New Balance Fresh Foam Road. They're marketing it as this cushioned trail shoe. It's gonna give you plush miles, and it's just not gonna do that for you. I have read reviews and I've heard people talk about the shoe's amazing cushioned midsole, but I'm not feeling it. So perhaps it's just other people's feet. Just is not soft for me. Yeah, so that's actually gonna be it for the review. I'm just gonna get straight to the points. For quality, I'm actually gonna give it 2 out of 5. I don't think that the materials here combine for a shoe that works. The upper gave me blisters and lots of trouble. The midsole material has not lived up to its hype. And the outsole rubber just doesn't really do its job in conditions other than like perfect weather. In which case you could probably just run in road shoes on those trails. Comfort, 3 out of 5. I'm gonna mark them down because they're marking it as a cushioned runner, but it's not necessarily cushioned. It's more responsive, so for that, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, 3 out of 5. Price at about $110, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. I think that's higher than I would like to pay for the shoe. Those who do want the Fresh Foam Trail, that might be a reasonable price for you, but you can also get other trail shoes for around the same price point that might do you a little bit better. And finally, looks, 4 out of 5. I think it's a good looking shoe. I would almost round up to 5. Still good looking. That brings our total to 12 out of 20. Ugh, it's just not a great score. I know that there are other shoes in the New Balance arsenal that are so much better than this for trails. I have a number of those reviews coming up soon as well, so I'm gonna get my feet into some other New Balance shoes because I don't think this is representative of their entire line. I feel like it's a whole different department handling the Fresh Foam, and they're not working together with the other departments. I don't know. I can't get into it. But there are people who are getting into the shoe and loving it, and I want to hear from you. In the comments below, let me know why you like the Fresh Foam 980 Trail. I know that there are some of you out there that do. Am I crazy? Well, yes, obviously I'm crazy, but tell me why. And that is it for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I have to thank runningshoes.com for hooking me up with the review sample. I appreciate it, my friends. And I appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/thegingerrunner. Yeah, and I'm on all the social networks. Over on Twitter, it's @thegingerrunner. On Facebook, facebook.com/thegingerrunner. On Instagram, it's @EthanNewberry. And of course, gingerrunner.com. Now, every single Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm doing live shows, with other runners and with guests, and you can interact with us live and ask questions. It's a lot of fun. Check it out every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is it for today's review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stick around for more. Click other videos and all that good stuff. I hope you guys are getting out there training hard, racing hard. I can't even talk. This is going to be the worst ending to no, it's not. Stick with it. Hope you're getting out there training hard, racing harder, and partying the hardest. I know I am. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.